Have you ever really thought about the order of the Quran? You know, why the chapters, the surahs, are arranged the way they are? It turns out, especially when you look at the final chapters, there's this incredible, deliberate journey unfolding. So let's explore that.
So, this really is the big question, isn't it? A lot of people know the arrangement isn't chronological, so it's easy to think, well, maybe it's just random. But what if it's the exact opposite? What if the sequence itself is the message? A divinely architected path for us to walk? All right, here's the roadmap for our explainer. We're going to follow this path through 4 really distinct stages. First, we'll tackle this idea of a divine order. Then, we'll see how the Quran literally builds the concept of the human self. After that comes the arrival of guidance, and we'll finish at the final destination, the day of final reckoning. Okay, so first things first, we have to get this one crucial idea down. The order of the Quran isn't based on when the chapters were revealed. It's a purposeful, thematic order. One that was taught by the Prophet Muhammad himself, peace be upon him. This sequence creates something you could call a trajectory of meaning. Think of it like a guided journey, not just a collection of random revelations. We're meant to follow this specific path because it leads us somewhere profound, to a deep understanding of ourselves. And right at the heart of this entire journey is this one central concept, tazkiyah. It means the purification and growth of the self. That's the whole point, right? To understand who we are, to work on ourselves, and to get ready for our ultimate accountability. So, if the goal is tazkiyah, where in the world do we start? Well, the Quran begins at the very beginning, by crafting the idea of the human self, literally piece by piece. Let's see how it does that. This sequence of 5 surahs is basically a blueprint for the human being. It's amazing. It kicks off with Surah Ash-Shams, telling us, hey, you have a built-in moral compass. Then comes Al-Layl, which establishes our free will, the power to choose. Ad-Duha validates our emotional core, recognizing we'll go through stuff. Ash-Sharh then introduces our intellectual side, our capacity to learn. And it all culminates in At-Tin, which says we have this incredible, moldable potential. The takeaway here is huge. The self isn't simple. It's a complex being with moral, active, emotional, and intellectual layers. All right, so once this complex, multi-layered self has been fully defined, the journey takes a massive turn. This is the moment everything changes. It's the moment of awakening. It's the arrival of divine guidance. And that awakening starts with a single, earth-shattering command, Iqra, read. And this isn't just about learning to read a book. This is a command to all of humanity to get up and start a relentless quest for knowledge, to understand ourselves, our creator, and the universe. And let's be clear, this was no small event. Surah 97 tells us this happened on a cosmologically significant night, the night of power. This was a moment that literally hit the reset button on the very foundation of truth for all of humankind. So with the self now fully formed and awakened by the command to read, this divine guidance comes as a complete toolkit. It gives us a framework to tell truth from falsehood, a book, a manual for direction, and a light to see the path ahead. But it comes with a critical warning label. You are accountable. Your actions matter, and they will be judged. And that warning leads us directly to the dramatic, jaw-dropping finale of this entire journey. The day of final reckoning, which is painted for us in the most vivid terms in Surah Az-Zilzal. The surah just drops us right into the scene. All the stability we've ever known, the solid ground we walk on, it starts to tremble violently. And this is not just any earthquake. This is the earthquake, the final one, the one that shatters the very foundations of human pride and our silly illusion that we were ever in control. Then, something absolutely wild happens. The Earth, which has silently witnessed everything for millennia, starts to eject its burdens. So you have to ask, what are these burdens? The burdens are, well, everything. Yeah, the bodies of the dead for sure, but also every secret you thought was safe, every conspiracy, every injustice, every crime. The Earth itself becomes the ultimate hard drive, the perfect witness that has been logging every single thing we've ever done. And seeing this, seeing the laws of physics turned upside down, humanity can only look around in total shock and say, what's happening? What is wrong with it? Every single illusion of stability is just gone. And on that day, the self-image that we all carefully build, you know the one, where we downplay our mistakes, justify our actions, rewrite our own history, and feel a little superior, that carefully crafted image completely shatters against the mirror of ultimate reality. No more spin, no more excuses. Your true self is laid bare for all to see. And the surah closes with this absolutely profound statement of accountability. Nothing gets missed. Not one single deed, good or bad, no matter how tiny you thought it was, an atom's weight, it will be there. Everything is on the record.
So this whole journey through the Quran's final chapters, from building the self to its final reckoning, it all boils down to this one single question for us to think about. When that day comes and all the secrets are revealed, what will your record, your list of deeds, say about who you really were?